You are big fans of this coffee cake, and tonight we have, count them, 5 different flavors to choose from, including the chocolate chip banana that sold out the last time it was on the air. This is a wonderful old family recipe, and you're getting a 28-ounce coffee cake that is shipped to you fresh. Yes, you can put it in the refrigerator. You can also put it in your freezer. So this works out really nicely to have just what you need for something special. And this is the kind of coffee cake you would make if you had the time or the know-how. Something like this is really remarkable. It is a new item, $24.98, free shipping and handling, 4 easy payments. Now, as promised, there are 5 flavors for you to choose from. Their #1 best-selling cake is this one. This is the cinnamon walnut. So look at that ribbon of cinnamon and walnuts and more walnuts on top. Really, really beautiful. Then we have apple spice. And this apple spice is so moist and full of all the great spices and gorgeous, gorgeous, lovely chewy apples. And then we have it for you in, I believe this one is the pumpkin. So this is pumpkin. Gorgeous, and look how moist and how perfect this is. This is the pumpkin. Then I have just straight cinnamon, if you prefer cinnamon with no nuts. Most limited in the cinnamon. And then, having sold out the last time on the air and now back in stock, banana chocolate chip. Oh my gracious. $24.98. This will come to you shipped fresh. Comes in a box like this. And then inside the box, underneath this little protective dome, your cake will be in plastic, and it freezes beautifully. $24.98. We're going to ship these either now, November 7th, or December the 5th. No auto delivery on this, so be sure and get your cake and earmark it for the time that you're going to need for entertaining and for gift giving. We can also utilize Bill to Ship To and ship this anywhere in the continental U.S. and send the bill to you. Marie-Louise Ludwig is our My Grandma's brand ambassador, and she joins us live via Skype from her home to talk to us about these beautiful cakes. And Marie-Louise, you and I have presented these cakes more times than I can count. This is an old family recipe and so moist and so delicious. Everyone's going to fall in love with this old-fashioned coffee cake.
Yes, our QVC family really loves these, David, and we're very excited in Christmas in July to be bringing you our holiday collection. Some old favorites, some favorites all the time, and a couple of things that you may enjoy around the holiday season, all baked fresh to order.
Well, this is the banana chocolate chip, and my producer tells me it's already very popular, and I'm purposely going to break this and not cut it because I want you to see just how tender and moist this cake is. Now, ordinarily, if this cake were dry and I were to mash it like this, it would crumble all over the tabletop. It doesn't do that. It's nice and moist and oh so perfect. You break it open and there are ribbons of chocolate and banana, and oh my word, it's so good. Don't miss out on this. This banana chocolate chip did sell out the last time it was on the air. That was in, I believe, June of this year. So we're able to get this back in stock. But your #1 bestseller, let's start at the beginning and started where it all began. This is the cinnamon walnut, right?
Yes, and our cakes, since we've been baking them for our QVC family, they're always great. They're always well loved. The size, the consistency, the recipe, you could always count on it being the same. So this is where it all began, the cinnamon walnut. On the top, you're going to see loads of fresh, crunchy California Mariani walnuts and a generous amount of that cinnamon sugar. When they bake, that cinnamon sugar gets all caramelized and the oils from the walnuts get released. And then all the way through it as well, you can see that signature streusel in there. Our cakes are always heavy and moist and dense. They're kosher. And the ingredients for all of our cakes that are the same that make them so wonderful: pure, fresh, dense, cultured sour cream. No trans fats. That really creamy, rich sour cream gets stirred into the batter. Pure Madagascar bourbon vanilla. And this one with the cinnamon and the walnuts.
And can you see my fingers glistening? We'll come in for a tight shot again. I want you to see my fingers are glistening because this cake is so moist. Unbelievable. You're going to love the great flavor. I can tell you now, we've taken orders for 1,200 cakes are gone. Almost 20,000 since we debuted this cake in June. Again, we're shipping it now, 11/7 or 12/5. There is no auto delivery. You may order as many as you like. Now, Marie-Louise, these will come ambient temperature. Is that right?
That's right. We're going to bake them for you fresh. They arrive in a great box. This is already a bow and go. It even has a little tag on here if you want to do a to and from on it. So it's a perfect thing to ship. It will keep in your freezer for a year. But as David said, when it arrives, it has a really nice piece of cardboard on the top of it and a freezer bag that helps protect it. So you can pop it in your freezer, cut a few slices out, and thaw as you need them. That's what's great.
Now, let's talk about this banana chocolate chip, because my producer tells me it is flying out the door, and I don't want you to miss out. First of all, lots of chocolate chips on the top, and then you've got more inside, and you've got this beautiful banana cake, right?
Well, that's one thing we're known for, being generous on the top and being generous in the middle. And if you take a whiff of that, David, you can smell that fresh banana puree in there. Banana and chocolate come together, and then the streusel all the way through. I have been asking for this cake forever. I said, we've got to get that banana chocolate back, and sure enough, our QVC family loves it.
You know those cartoons where the person comes over by their nose, you know, and they're levitated off the ground like in Harry Potter? That's exactly what I'm doing now.
That's exactly what's happening. Banana chocolate chip. This sold out the last time on the air.
I've never tried this one. And can I just say something about my grandma's coffee cake? The first time I was gifted it, before it was on QVC, I was given it to me by nuns. So I always say, when the sisters are buying this as a Christmas gift, you know it comes recommended.
Sweet friend, taste that banana chocolate chip. First of all, the banana is beautifully balanced with the chocolate, and you get this party in your mouth.
So moist.
That's worth every carbohydrate right there. Oh my word.
Yes.
Oh my gracious. And
highest compliment.
there's also apple spice. Look at all the apples on top.
That reminds me of the cake my mother used to make that I don't make because it's so hard.
Is that right?
She made an apple coffee cake just like this, and that's memories right there.
Smell. Smell that.
That's Ginny's.
Smell the apple.
That's Ginny's.
Oh, and that's a lady I feel like I met, even though I never did.
I know,
Not
but her hubby Rudy loved you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, and it has real fresh apples on the top. So it's like you're getting an apple pie that has been baked into our dense coffee cake with all the spices that you would enjoy in an apple pie.
And you take a slice of that and put it in the microwave for 5 or 10 seconds, and then suddenly it gets even warm and gooier.
And I'm sorry, this is breakfast, lunch, dinner, midday, late night snack.
And this is the pumpkin. Look at the pumpkin.
Oh, baby.
This is another one that I asked for, and I said to our chefs at my grandma's, I said, what if we could take a pumpkin pie and everything we love about pumpkin, you know how we get into that pumpkin mood in the fall.
Oh, yeah, where's my latte?
With our cake. So pumpkin meets my grandma's coffee cake, all the spices of a pumpkin and pure pumpkin puree.
And like the sugary stuff on top.
It's pure autumn.
Sugary stuff on top.
Sugary stuff on top.
Can you imagine that? Now, you a cup of tea, me a cup of coffee, or a cold glass of milk. Oh, how yum. You took 2 bites.
Yummy.
I saw you.
I did.
Lucky.
Don't tell David.
And then finally, if you want the cinnamon without nuts, we have plain cinnamon.
Oh man, this pumpkin.
Oh, that pumpkin is crazy.
Everybody loves that one. Everybody loves that one. That's one of the originals because, as I like to say, sometimes you feel like a nut and sometimes you don't.
Okay, I just went from a 4th bite of pumpkin. That's what good pumpkin is.
This is really good to do fun things with. You know, think about the holiday brunches that are coming up.
Oh,
I like to take fresh peaches and make a French toast and put fresh peaches on the top with some fresh raspberries and a little bit of syrup. Yum, yum, yum. That's cinnamon coffee cake. Woohoo!
Cinnamon and just golden brown delicious.
Like walking into the house when your mom or grandma was baking around the holidays. But I love to bake, but I always say, when you have somebody that does it so beautifully and perfectly and perfect every time,
why try?
Just let them do it.
Let them do
just let them do it.
Let them do it. I can tell you now, Marie-Louise, we've taken orders for 3,000 cakes are gone. Jane went back to the cinnamon walnut. I think she prefers the nuts. So
well, you know, 4 pieces. I had four, maybe 5.
You had
of the
4
pumpkin,
or 5 little pinches of that pumpkin.
Which added up to nothing yet, so I could come back.
It's kind of like birthday cake, has no calories. Really fantastic. Marie-Louise, these are going very quickly. Everybody's jumping on theirs. It looks like a minefield of cake here because they've all been broken open. You should know, and we'll come over here and show you flavors because our food stylist made them some pretty displays. This is apple spice. So serve this one with salted caramel, all that yumminess. Now, if you want apple spice,
no nuts.
700 shipping now. 1,000 that ship 11/7 and 1,200 in December. This is the cinnamon. 600 now, 400 November, 900 in December. Now this is the banana chocolate chip. Most popular, sold out last time on the air. 1,500 are left to ship now. 1,300 in November, 1,100 in December. This pumpkin is out of this world. 800 that can ship now, 1,900 in November, and 1,800 in December. And then finally, the #1 bestseller for My Grandma's is their cinnamon walnut. Shipping now, 1,500 that can ship now, 1,100 that can ship in November, and 2,200 in December. A lot of folks are ordering more than one. Marie Louise, how long will these last in the freezer?
They'll stay in the freezer for 365 days for
a
one
year.
full year. Now when you get them home, because there's no preservatives in them, you can keep them on your countertop. Look at that freshness date that's going to be on your box. You're fine. Otherwise, cut slices, put it into the refrigerator until you use it. Just want to tell everybody, think about it. We're going to be going to 2-packs pretty soon and the 3-pounder pretty soon. So this is a really perfect opportunity to mix and match. We're getting very busy as a 2022 Customer Choice Food Award nominee for Best Cake.
And you can also dip it in egg and milk and then put it in a skillet with butter and make French toast out of my and then top it.
Really good.
What we did here was some warmed maple syrup and fresh berries. I mean, it's just a little plate of heaven right there, and that's butter syrup. Oh, good heavens. This is really popular. We are super, super busy. 4,000 now ordered in this show alone. I have 700 people waiting to place an order, and if this is in your shopping cart, the time to check out is right now. We're shipping either now, 11/7, or 12/5. We don't have an unlimited number of cakes, and as much as we'd like to think we are My Grandma's only customer, we are not. They can only commit to a certain number per ship week. We've got some video of the bakery, so you can see even in these large batches, they're cooking and baking for not just us, but for a lot of hungry coffee cake lovers.
Yeah, what's really great about us is we're still a relatively small bakery, so we have a lot of real people. It's all hands-on, true bakers who are involved with loading all of those cakes, that signature streusel in the middle, and all of the ingredients on top, all of that cinnamon sugar. So we can only take so many orders for the holiday season, because remember, these are going to be ordered and baked later on. So if we get to capacity, you'll be out of luck. That's why I say order them now, get the flavors that you want, lock it in, because things will be changing. Most likely the banana chocolate chip probably is going to go away.
Honey, I just wanted to make sure that pumpkin was as good as it was 5 minutes ago.
If you'd like to try it again, it's waiting on you. It's waiting on you.
Just want to make sure that that pumpkin tastes just like it did when I took my first of 5, now 6 bites.
How's that? Okay, you go right, I'm going left. We're going to do the happy dance. It's a double.
Woo!
It's a double.
I go, woo!
It's a double, 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 double.
Happy dance with
Am I the only one
cake.
that wants to be underneath that cake batter dispenser and have it
No,
just
I
dispense
don't.
right into my mouth? Oh my gracious.
Please.
It is so great. You know what's especially wonderful about these? We have been on QVC. We've been so proud to present at QVC for so many years. And the reason why we're still here is because our cakes are consistently delicious.
Yes.
You can always count on getting that 28-ounce cake, getting the big 3-pound, whatever you have enjoyed in the past. There's no skipping on the recipe. We're still using the finest ingredients. Our cakes are always kosher, and we know that's important to a lot of our QVC family, but especially if you want this cake on your table or to gift it to somebody, you want to make sure it's going to be delicious, and that's what you always get with us.
I can smell the banana.
That's a swoon.
That's a My Grandma's swoon.
That's a My Grandma's swoon right there.
This is an old family recipe, right, Marie Louise?
This is a real grandmother's recipe. It's brought over from Eastern Europe. It is still followed to date the same way. We always say at a time that when we're all really busy, and this year perhaps more of us are going to be getting together as families, getting on planes and trains and automobiles and coming together. Let us do the baking for you. Get that cake home, put it on your grandmother's cake plate. And when people ask, where'd you get the recipe? Just say it's my grandma's.
It's my grandma's.
And you wouldn't be lying.
I mean, that's a true statement.
On your table.
Whose grandma it is, we don't know. But they don't know that.
Grandma's.
I just had another bite of that banana chocolate chip.
It's good.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's real banana.
Oh my word. This is crazy
It's the way
good.
a grandmother would have made it. And so many of us still remember